Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, beloved. Hello, hello, hello. It's wonderful to be able to connect with you, to say hi, what's going on, send you love, blessings, all of those things. Hello, hello, hello. So if you're watching in the morning, if you're on live, hey, let's play, let's play. Let's do what we do. If you are hashtagging and replaying, all right, all right, all right. So make it happen. If you're going to be on and I don't know you on and I may never know you on, I appreciate you. And for those of you who will be used by Papa down the road, yay, yay, yay. Judith, good morning, dear. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So for those of you who will be used by Papa, when I need the dose from the mostest, I appreciate you for being a part of that, being a conduit for being used by the Most High. So yes, here we are. Here we are having another conversation around, yeah, and it's always coming back to this notion of self-love. Hey, honey. Hey, Brian. Good morning. Good morning to you, and have a good day as well. So, having this conversation about, around loving ourselves to the best version of ourselves. Yeah. Loving ourselves to the best version of ourselves. I like that. Loving ourselves to the best version of ourselves. It's different at different time. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, sis. Good morning. Loving ourselves to the best versions of ourselves. I love that idea. I'll just keep loving ourselves. Good morning, Sherry Naylor. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Tanya. Good morning to you. So, sending love out to all of you straight out the gate this morning. Straight out the gate, sending love to you. Thirsty in the morning when I wake up. Hydrating my body. So, you all just get to have that experience with me while I hydrate. So, yes, loving ourselves to the best version. Darlene, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning and welcome. Good to have you, sis. Good to have you. So my question this morning is, so we've been talking about the wake. And the wake is, if we're driving a boat, the wake is the trail that the boat leaves behind. So that trail of water, when you look back at it, that's the wake. And so with the wake, what drives the boat? It's not the wake. That water that leaves, but that's behind the boat. It has no ability to drive the boat, none at all. However, if the person driving the boat is consumed with the wake, is consumed with the trail that's behind, everything that they do in their driving of the boat will be affected by the wake. Does that make sense? If the person is consumed, if the person is so concerned with the trail that they're leaving behind, it is going to influence how they are driving. It is going to, in some degree, determine which direction they go in based upon their consumption, their obsession with the trail that they're leaving behind. Okay, got that. Now apply that to your life. Hey, Erica. Good morning, honey bun. Now apply that to your life, to our lives. If we are totally consumed with or obsessed by, or I don't know a word, but totally focused on what has been our trail of our lives, it's going to totally determine what our present moment experience is like. So if you are always talking about the past, if you're always talking about what happened, what did happen, what was supposed to happen that didn't, or that happened that you didn't want to have, if we're always talking about that thing that happened, then it is totally influencing the direction of our lives today. 100%. And it doesn't even matter if we would classify it as a good thing or a bad thing. If we are still just rehearsing old glories and not present for creation of new glories, then it's going to determine our speed of today, our direction of today. I see you, Darlene. Ouch. We all can say that at some place or another, right? It's going to. So I'm inviting us, beloved, to be fully 100% present in today and not consumed with the trail of our lives. Not consumed with the trail of our lives. But let's be 100% present for today, right? Looking at where am I now? What is happening now? What do I want now? How far away am I from what I want? And how do I get there? I hope y'all heard those questions, because that's a formula, that's a recipe for forward momentum, for motion, for inspired actions. Where am I now is that assessment, that's exploration and discovery, right? Where am I now? And where do I want to go, right? Where do I want to go? That is assessment. That is assessment that invites you to forward movement, that positions you for inspired actions. How do I get there? See, that's the pivotal question, right? And your how, right, is to be in action. Is to be in action. As you take a step, the how begins to unfold, right? It's important that we not stay motionless. And that's what looking at the wake. That's what, paying attention to the wake. That's what giving all of our attention to the wake does. It keeps us motionless. It stops us from being in action. It keeps us, even if we're just satisfied without an eager for more. See, if the past has been something that's been glorious, then we get this false satisfaction in our presence. I'm just saying, that's another mic drop. If the past has been glorious and we're rehearsing the past over and over, oh, I remember when I ran that race well, and I remember when I accomplished this. Y'all remember when we did this? Remember the old glorious days when this? That's all good and fine, but are you then using the old glorious days to leverage to a present glorious day? I'm just saying, if we are so caught up in the past, whether we're rehearsing victories or rehearsing defeats, it doesn't allow us to be present for our now. My invitation today is to invite you to play 100% full out in your present moment. Because, beloved, now is all we got. The past is gone and the future is not here. Now is what we have. Now is the opportunity to play 100%. Now is the opportunity to play full out. What are you being invited to, beloved? What are you being invited to? What are you invited to? Whatever you are invited to, then that is where you are being invited to play full out. If you're playing at 50%, then you're cheating yourself 50%. This journey is not about you and anybody else. This is about you and you. You and you. Are you cheating you from 50% of your present moment experience? Are you cheating you from 30%? How about 10%? 5%? Are you cheating you because you're not fully present? Because you're distracted about the wake. You're distracted about who shot John, why they shot John, where John is. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with you, beloved. That ain't none of your business. You worried about what somebody thinking about you. Really? You're going to spend some of your precious moments in your day considering what somebody else is thinking, saying about you. What they say about you, what they think about you ain't none of your business. It ain't none of your business. They have a right to think and say whatever they want to. That's on them. What are you saying about you? What are you thinking about you? What are you doing about you? That's where your business is. That's where your leverage is. That's where you have power. That's where you have the ability to make a difference. But see, when we use time, when we use our precious voice, when we use our precious energy, saying, "Can you believe they said that about me?" When somebody says that to me, I'm looking at them like, okay, there's something you don't understand. Hold up. I don't care what they said about you. I am not interested in what they said about you. And I'm not going to use any of my time talking about what they said about you. I'm interested in what you say about you. What do you say about you? What is your conversation about you? What is your conviction about you? What is your determination about you? The race, beloved, is between you and you. Are you willing to play full out in your life? Are you willing to be fully present for your life? Are you willing to press past whatever was for your life? Or are you stuck looking at the wake of what happened to you or what didn't happen or how glorious it was? That will rob you from being 100% present in today. What'd you say, Erica? How far am I getting to my goal? Am I so close to my goal it can bite me? I will be victorious. All right, all right, all right. I stand in agreement with you, my sister. All right, sis. All right. So that's the question of the day. It's between you and you. And whatever time you spend worried about other people and where they are, where they aren't, how they supported or didn't support, what they said and what they didn't say. Are they for me or are you for you? That's what I want to know. Because if you for you, then you're going to draw those who are for you. But if you're against you, you're going to think everybody's against you. I'm just saying. If you are against you, you're going to think that everybody is against you. Hey, my sister. Good morning, my sister Jackie. So good to see you. But if you're for you, it doesn't matter who is against you. You're going to draw those who are for you. I'm just saying. So I'm inviting you, beloved, to play 100% full out in your life. And don't give yourself excuses about what happened, what you didn't have, what didn't go right, who didn't support you, who didn't. As long as you're having that conversation, you can't have your leverage up conversation. As long as you're talking about who did you can't have the conversation that's going to take you to the next level. That conversation doesn't allow you to play full out. That conversation sidelines you. I don't have time for that conversation in my life. I don't have it with myself, and I don't have it with other people. And I'm going to invite people out of that conversation in their life. But if they're determined to keep having their conversation, I'm going to invite myself out of that conversation. Because, beloved, we have too much to serve the universe with. We have too much to advance the kingdom with. That each one of us are uniquely created with stuff that will blow our mind when we really tap into it. Each one of us are gifted beyond the wazoo. Gifted beyond what we could imagine. But as long as we're having those sidebar conversations, we will be sidelined. I hope you heard that. As long as we're having those sidebar conversations, we will be sidelined. You know those conversations. You pick up the phone and you feel worse when you hang up the phone. You run into somebody at the grocery store and you feel like after you leave the grocery store, you need to go have a detox. When you go to church and then all of a sudden everybody all up in the corner, you like, really, that's what we're talking about? When we're together to worship the Most High, that's the best conversation we can come up with? I don't think so. I'm just saying, beloved, are you willing to play 100% full out? Are you still interested in being sidelined just a little bit because you're not convinced about your greatness, because you're not convinced about your uniqueness? You're not convinced about the stuff that Papa put in you at creation because you're not fully convinced that it is what it is. I'm just saying. When we're convinced of what is resident within us, we don't have time for the sideline conversations. I don't have time to be sidelined because I have a direct path of alignment with the Most High. And I need to be about the business of doing the things that have me to play full out. It doesn't matter if I'm playing and I fall. That's okay. That's a part of the journey. I'm just going to get back up. But my question is, are you even in the ring? Or have you sidelined yourself? Are you back in the corner? Where you at? What you doing? Who you been? You've been called. You've already been equipped. You were equipped at the moment that you got the breath of the Most High. The question is, do you believe it? And will you expect? Will you receive? Will you act accordingly? And Tanya says, if you are against you, you will think everyone is against you. That's so true, honey. Sidebar conversations will make you sideline. Yes. Hey, cousin from Nigeria, all the way from Lagos. Yay. Thank you, cousin. So my cousin is in Lagos. She was going to be one of the first guests. My aunt's going to be my first guest on my show tomorrow. Make sure each one of you tune in to For the Love of It, and I'm going to give you so my cousin was going to be one of the first ones, but she is in Logos, and so we'll have to get you on, cousin, perhaps next month. But make sure you tune in tomorrow to 313watkins.com or WHPR TV live stream at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 11:30, the show For the Love of It. We will have episode number 2. And so next week is going to be our guest, and my cousin is out of the country. I love you, but my aunt will be on. So I was hoping to have them on both together, but I'm so grateful that she's out doing her thing in Logos. So make sure you all tune in tomorrow. So just wanted to stop since I had her on there live. I just wanted to make sure. And no, that's the 17th. Okay. All right. So let's go back. What are we saying here? Auntie, I needed that yesterday. I had an experience like that, but I have to realize I am wonderfully made. I am unique. We all are. So let me just tell you what we are. Let me tell you what we are. We are an irreplaceable, unrepeatable, remarkable miracle with our own special brand of brilliance. We are. We are irreplaceable. We're irreplaceable. There's no replacement for us. There is no replacement. There is no substitute for us. There's no one can do what you can do. No one can bring what you can bring the way that you bring it. And this is not arrogance, and this is not boasting. This is a sober awareness that there is only one of us in the entire universe. And when we get that, beloved, we walk differently. When we get that, beloved, we show up differently. When we get that, beloved, we get up differently. But as long as we're apologizing for our being, then we don't fully show up. I know it. I know this because I lived that life way longer than I care to even know. Until I realized, oh girl, hold up. What? You not showing up. Not all, I would have glimpses and moments of showing up, but not the continuity in which I live it out today, because I know differently. I have a revelation. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, we forfeited the right to not be amazing. I got that revelation in 2020, February. I'll never forget the moment and the day. I asked Papa, I was like, Papa, I need a mic drop closing for this speech that I'm doing. That's what I said. And Papa was like, and I got quiet and I got focused and I was in his presence. And he said, at the moment that I gave you your breath, you forfeited the right to not be amazing. Now, when you get that revelation, you'll walk differently. When you, Kathy, get that revelation, you'll talk differently. When you get that revelation, you'll stop making stuff up and you will just show up. When you get that revelation, you won't feel a need to fill in a gap because the gap was filled when you was born. When you get that revelation, you'll get a sense of who you really are and you'll walk it out in that way. When you get the revelation that when I created you and gave you my breath, Pneuma, the living breath, I gave you Pneuma and the breath of life breathed into our soul, you'll realize that sufficiency was imparted into you at breath. And so limitation, nope. There's no limit in you being you, except if you don't believe it, if you're still looking at the wake, right? And the things that we struggle against, the things that are our core things, am I enough? Am I important? Am I lovable? Am I valued? Are you kidding me? The breath of God. At the moment that Abba created us, we gave up the right to not be amazing. Am I? Switch that around. I am. I am said. So we struggle with the am I's because we don't believe I am. Y'all, we got to listen to this whole video again, because what's happening today is something else. I'm tripping myself out. I'm just saying. So, Erica, do it again. Try it again. Go at it again. You got it today. Darlene, thank you. Truth, yes. Stop making yourself a weapon formed against yourself. All right. All right. Absolutely, Sister Jackie. Say that statement changed my life. Amen, sis. It changed mine too. Today is fire. Thank you. I'm just saying, right? So, beloved, I'm inviting us to play 100% full out. And y'all know whenever I had these messages, I'm talking to me first. I am talking to me first. It comes to the messenger first. So wherever I wasn't playing full out, it's game on. Game on. It's time to show up in our lives without apology, y'all. Without apologizing. I'm not saying that we don't apologize when we've done something that's not cool. When we've made a mistake, when apology is necessary. But I'm talking about apology. Is I'm saying we don't apologize for our being. We don't apologize for our essence. We don't apologize for who we are. Now, there's some times when the way we show up, we need to apologize. Like, okay, sorry about that. I need to go work on that. But not apologizing for who Papa created us to be. That's what I'm saying. We don't apologize for that. Now, sometimes this cheerleader in me oversteps. This cheerleader in me needs to, she a little bit too. And then sometimes I need to apologize for the way I show up in that way. That's what I'm saying. I hope you can see the difference. But for the essence of who I am, no apology ever. No apology ever. I work for some people. What I mean is, for some people, the connection works. Right? I am here to serve, and I serve well, but that works for some people, and for some people it doesn't work. It's not a good combination, and we got to know that. Like, I'm not everybody's preacher or teacher or therapist or coach or midwife, or I'm not that for every, but for some people, for those they work for, oh yeah, it works for them, and we got to be good. We got to know that. Right? We got to know that. So, beloved, I really this morning just, wanted to come and share. I appreciate you all being on. Thank you, cousin. Thank you, cousin, for tuning in for Lagos, Nigeria. That's so super exciting. We say travels. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy your family while you're there. For those of you who've been on this morning, I so appreciate you. Darlene, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And I can't remember, Darlene, if you've been on before, but thank you for being here. And Jackie Nelson, my sister, that's a bad sister right there. Thank you for being here. And all of the regulars, y'all know I love y'all, right? I love you. You make my morning just so engaging and so inviting. And you are my encouragement to keep doing this thing. There's some 5:40 mornings are difficult. Others are not so difficult, but some are difficult. But I know that you all are waiting. I know that you all are anticipating. And I know that you all are ready to engage. So that's my motivation to continue to get up in the morning and then I know it's still a call in my life. It's still a call. And so we're moving forward. We're moving forward. Make sure you tune in tomorrow or prepare to watch later. WHPR TV Detroit. And thank you, Dr. Nelson. You are my ride to work voice. I love it. I love it. So make sure that you're tuning in and that you watch, or that you prepare to watch later. And then I'll talk some more also about how you can support the More Love Please movement. Look, we need more love in the universe. We need more love in the world. We've got to have more love. And it starts with you. It starts with you loving you. It starts with you loving you. Like, we can't do an outside in job. It's an inside out job. Everyone have a beautiful day. You too, Brian. It's an inside out job. So let's join the More Love Please movement. You can go to my website and see how to join. Go to my website and click on the 60th birthday celebration post, drcatherineejames.com. And if you scroll to the very bottom of that, it will invite you to support More Love Please. And you can support Dr. Nelson. Ain't no joke. She ain't, not at all. And you can support by, so this is how you support. Ways to join More Love Please. Love yourself, and you'll take more love wherever you go. A $13 a monthly support and or $150 sponsor. If you go to drcatherineejames.com, click on the first poster that has the 60th birthday. Go to the bottom of that page and you'll be able to join. And definitely join us tomorrow for the show. Be prepared to call in. Be prepared to call in. Last week, call-ins, it was a little bit of difficult things going on, but they'll be prepared for the call-in this week. I love you. I look forward to seeing you. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You and I, we don't even have the right to not be amazing. So I will talk to you soon. I love you bunches. Have a fantastic day. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for helping the conversation to move forward. Bye-bye.